How come whenever something interesting happens around here, you're right in the center of it?
Don't let the stress of life kill you. Relax with some cans.
Hi. I don't know why we let Valentine live in the city. He saves one or two people and everyone forgets him. Freaking sin!
Hey, I'll be right back.
Hey, you were the one that walked that freedom trail, right? That's good. Go. Freedom.
Read about the man at a time. Vault Dweller wakes up after 200 years. Read the paper, mister. Trust me.
Mentats, hoof out, skin packs, get.
Don't be caught dead! Protection from Commonwealth weaponry!
Must have spent a whole case of ammo holding this site.
Suppose that means we missed all the fun. No one's gonna move on this place now that the Pridwin's in town.
Paladin Dance is waiting for you inside, recruit.
Wait, are those Brotherhood markings?
you run into any synths,
By Elder Maxon's
shoot to
orders,
kill.
all forms
We
of
don't take
technology
prisoners.
should be confiscated or collected.
Hi.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Chews through ferrules like paper.
Hi.
Man, you haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertibird. Now that's a challenge.
Hey there.
if Dom and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Cavalry's arrived, and it looks like they sent in the big guns.
That ship. I've never seen anything like it.
Amazing, isn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
Who's Elder Maxon?
He's a dangerous man, that's what he is.
Maxon is the commander of this division of the Brotherhood of Steel. He's the model of what every Brotherhood soldier hopes to become. If we're going to war, I can promise you that he'll be leading the charge. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
If it was up to me, I'd take every feral, mutie, and synth and shoot them into space.
Look who's back. I hope this means you finally got the guts to clear out another location.
I'm not ready.
Quit wasting my time then.
Taking down the Institute should be easy, now that Elder Maxon's calling the shots. The last person that disobeyed Captain Kells
Hey.
ended up scraping
Hesitating to
rust
pull
off
the
the
trigger
Prydwen's
on any
hull.
other Commonwealth
From the
scum
outside.
can be fatal.
Hey there.
Joining our cause is the wisest
Excuse me.
decision of your life.
Lock and load.
I've
got
gotten some
targets
intel
for
on
you
more
to clear.
artifact locations. Ready to head back out there?
Can't do it right now.
I think you can do better than that.
Charging into a situation guns blazing is a good way to get yourself killed. No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
We'll stop the Institute. For Maxon and for the Brotherhood. If Elder
Heads
Maxon
up.
ordered me
Where
to
to?
follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the
Piper.
first one to kick them
Time for some
open.
travel fuel. Want one?
Your thoughts?
Have any more questions about the Institute's enemies, Blue?
We should get going.
All right.
Heads up. Look alive. Look alive.
You say the word cap for your thoughts?
Is everything okay between us?
It's hard to say at the moment. I think I need you to show me you're not just out here for yourself.
Your thoughts?
Need a countdown on the Institute's favorite people?
We should get going.
All right.
Hey, Piper.
Something you need?
That's all for now.
Okay.
If we intend to stay here, we need to reinforce this compound.
I can get used to this.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause, but they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions. Far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted. Welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Pridman and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Captain.
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who boards this vessel. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
What exactly is your mission here?
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxon will be addressing the crew shortly, and I'm certain all of your questions will be answered. Now, was there anything else, or was everything I said understood?
Not even a hint? Come on. I deserve it.
Look, all I can tell you is that we're here directly in response to the data that Dance's recon team provided us. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait until Elder Maxon addresses the crew. Now dispense with the questions. It's time to get to work. Understood? That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
Can you tell me anything about Elder Maxon?
Elder Maxon is the Supreme Commander of the Brotherhood. Without his tenacity and his vision, we'd still be a small group of complacent stragglers, occupying the Citadel and the capital wasteland. In a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a major military force. He's an inspiration to us all. Is there anything else?
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. And you're no knight. Not yet. Until Elder Maxon grants you that title, you'll have to make do with what you've got. Anything else?
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed to Elder Maxon's address, after which he wishes to speak with you. Anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
Hey.
Lost? Maxon's address is being held on the command deck. Maxon is preparing to address the crew.
Welcome aboard. Elder Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck.
Excuse me.
Welcome aboard. Elder Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck. Welcome aboard. Elder Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck. Welcome aboard.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose. And beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam! I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
Care about them? I thought we were preparing for war.
The Brotherhood is here to prevent a war by starting one of our own. The difference is, our war won't reduce civilization to ashes.
You're not gonna convince me you're right.
Yet despite that, Paladin Dan still feels you'd be an asset to the Brotherhood, seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers. You couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
I don't care about ranks.
Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to get used to it. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Pridwin and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier. Make us proud.
Elder.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship.
Hey.
What you got for me? Something to say?
Excuse me, Captain
Your thoughts?
Kells?
Need a countdown on the Institute's favorite...
Sir, the Pridwin is secured to the airport's main
We should
tower,
get
and
going.
we're at
All
station
right.
keeping status. All sections reporting green.
Excellent. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
We're getting a 3% Z tilt. Adjusting thrust recommended.
Sir.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
System deltas at 100%. Secondary deltas standing by. Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
Getting a bit
I
of twitch
believe
on
you're
prop
needed
3.
elsewhere right now.
Adjusting torque.
We can talk later.
Excuse me, Captain Kells?
I believe you're needed elsewhere right now. We can talk later.
Communications array calibration test successful. All bands nominal.
Stray radio signals keep pinging the array. Gonna try to filter it out.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight. I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar on his face from going one-on-one with the death law.
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just, what if I miss?
Don't.
Okay, sure. Firing. Everything holding together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good. Firing.
All right. It looks nominal. And you didn't scuttle the ship. Thanks, Initiative.
Sure. Anytime. Thank God.
Got it.
Deftly done.
Nice.
The Pridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
Never forget,
You
you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death. Understood?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Good. Ad Victorium, Squires.
Ad Victorium! Ad Victorium!
Dismissed.
Excuse me, Squire.
I flew on a vertibird one time. The
Squire.
pilot even let me fire
Lancer
the
Captain
minigun a few
Kells won't let
times.
us on the
Squire.
command
That
deck.
was the best day ever.
That guy sure is.
Hey there.
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of Lyons and his foolish ways.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you. Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you are injured.
Quite a collection you've got here.
Well, thank you. Most people don't appreciate the important work that I'm trying to do here. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
That's amazing.
Well, it's only a theory so far. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Altering someone's genetic code sounds dangerous.
Absolutely. That's why I'm taking precautions and not altering the genetic code permanently. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
Didn't plan on getting killed for science anytime soon.
You don't have to do anything out of the ordinary. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
Excuse me, Scribe Naraya.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Will every creature yield viable blood samples?
Unfortunately, no. Nature's stubborn, and unless I get the proper specimen, I can't use it to make my compound. That's why I needed to modify your Pip-Boy. It'll let you know if the creature has viable blood in its body. Have you had any luck finding samples yet?
Yes, here you go.
Is this some sort of a joke? I don't know what that is, but it certainly isn't a viable blood sample. Do you have any or not?
That depends. Are you still paying for them?
Absolutely. I received the approval from Proctor Quinlan himself. Did you have any samples for me?
No, sorry.
Drat. Well, maybe next time. I really appreciate you searching for the blood samples. As soon as I make a breakthrough, I'll let you know.
This science won't know what hit it. Outrank me or not, don't touch the experiments. Please, sir. The ends justify the means when it comes to freeing the Commonwealth.
If it looks dead, put one more in his head for good measure. Why take a chance?
Hey there.
I'd gladly lay down my life. Keeps you in.
Hey.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
Welcome aboard, brother.
Don't have the key.
Ad
can't take
Victoriam,
this.
brother.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
Elder Maxon?
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
Pinging remote units at 30-second intervals as
Hi.
requested.
Oh god. Mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
Internal monitoring active. Looks quiet.
Captain Kells.
I believe you're needed elsewhere right now. We can talk later. I believe you're needed elsewhere right now. We can talk later.
Don't despair, brother. We're here to save the Commonwealth.
Tighten up the meter. Yeah, now split the difference. There. Now half that. You want to do it? No, I think you've almost got it. Since replacing
Ad Victoriam.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance. carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive. Taking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. You can't fix it.
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to
Come
take it
find
away
me when
from
you're done
my-
checking in with Maxon and Dance.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Come find me when you're done checking in with Maxon and Dance.
I owe you.
My duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
We can talk shop after you've fully checked in with Elder Maxon and Paladin Dance.
Getting the Commonwealth looks bad. You should see the capital wasteland.
Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his
Describe
wrath.
Mariah.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Will every creature yield?
Unfortunately, nature's stubborn, and unless that's why I needed to modify your Pip-Boy. It'll let you know. Have you had any luck?
No, sorry.
Keep trying. I really appreciate. As soon as I.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a buoyancy regulator?
I can guess.
Don't get smart. You want to see the Brotherhood brought down by bugs?
All right. Just don't tell Ingram.
In my experience, hotshots and
No way
big
to
mouths
pick this.
end up with closed casket funerals.
I believe we're due for a bit of a chat after you've spoken to Elder Maxon and Paladin Dance.
Proctor Quinlan.
I believe we're due for a bit of a chat after you've spoken.
I'll administer your exam after you've checked in with Dance and Elder Maxon.
Medical report, Knight Captain Cade reporting. I've been working closely with Scribe Naraya, examining some of the synth bodies that our recon teams have recovered. Even though we have yet to recover the synths that appear completely human, these lesser models are still astoundingly advanced. What's becoming apparent is that the Institute is the most technologically gifted enemy we've ever encountered, and therefore exceedingly dangerous. I've turned over all of my data to Lancer Captain Kells, along with my recommendations for developing effective countermeasures for these synths. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much it will help, given the fact that the real enemy are the synths that could be hiding among us.
I'll administer your exam after you've checked in with Dance and Elder Maxon.
So how did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work ahead of us, brother.
Excuse me.
Pull up a stool, Knight.
Excuse me.
Can't talk
Squire.
right now.
Long
Gotta clean
live the
mire like
Brotherhood,
scat off my
and
boots.
long live Elder Maxon.
How can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous. Don't let Ingram catch you standing around. He'll be on report before you can blink.
Come find me when you're done checking in with Maxon and Dance.
Paladin Dance.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
He sounds pretty delusional to me. You don't actually buy everything he's saying, do you?
You shouldn't judge Maxon on his words alone. His actions prove his sincerity. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
I'm not comfortable being watched so closely.
Well, you better get used to it. If you want to remain a part of the Brotherhood of Steel, you're going to have to adjust to the military way of life. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you. It might help if I tagged along with you. On the other hand, you might want to make your first impression without a paladin standing over your shoulder. It's up to you.
You can come with me or wait until I'm done. It's up to you.
In that case, I prefer to tag along. If you change your mind, just let me know.
Hey.
What do you want?
Paladin Dance.
What do you want?
Your thoughts?
The food in the mess hall isn't bad. Well, As long as you don't smell it before you eat it.
Your thoughts?
There's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered out here.
Your thoughts?
Don't worry. You'll get used to sleeping comfortably underneath massive containers of highly flammable gas.
Your thoughts?
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than being boots on the ground.
Your thoughts?
With the Brotherhood behind us, we'll never fall.
Your thoughts?
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Your thoughts?
Remember, we're out here representing the Brotherhood. Let's make them proud.
Your thoughts?
We should stock up on supplies before we begin our next mission.
Your thoughts?
I think you should stay on point. Your instincts seem to be right on target.
Your thoughts?
Doesn't it feel good to be a part of something as important as the Brotherhood?
Your thoughts?
I've served on this vessel for years. It's the only home I know.
Your thoughts?
If we want to win the people's hearts and minds, we have to spread the word of the Brotherhood across the Commonwealth.
Your thoughts?
I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we can learn a lot from each other.
Your thoughts?
I never liked having squires aboard a warship, but Maxon thinks they need to train under fire.
Your thoughts?
Let's talk to Proctor Tegan. I bet he has some excellent mods for our power armor.
Your thoughts?
I really should have my armor adjusted while I'm here.
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
I'm not sure right now. Perhaps you should ask me that later.
Didn't have anything else.
Very well.
Our vertibirds should give us the air superiority
Hi.
we need.
I prefer laser weapons
Brilliant
myself.
tactician and
It's a clear shot. Only that memorable ozone
You take
smell
what you need.
behind.
You need some patching up? Go see Knight Captain Cade.
Hey there.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from it.
Excuse me, Squire.
Sorry, Knight. I need to attend to my duties.
Knight?
We should stock up on supplies before we begin our next mission.
Human-looking sense are the worst. They hide in plain sight.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh. Not what I was expecting.
I can handle myself.
Hey, if Paladin Dance vouched for you, that's good enough for me. You just don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwan's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
While you're at it, my car is making this weird grinding noise when I back it out of the driveway.
You're gonna have to take a number. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
Actually, you seem to be getting around really well.
I suppose it's better than the alternative. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Proctor Ingram?
Just fixed a few power armor mods and gave them to Tegan. You might want to check them out.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
You know those synths with the plastic faces?
Proctor Tegan.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
So if I'm out of caps, I guess I'll just defeat the enemy with my bare hands.
There's plenty of spare ammo and equipment all over the ship. You can help yourself to anything you can find. Everything in here is a bit more specialized and unique. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
As long as I don't end up in the brig.
Don't worry. Last thing I'd want to do is get our newest recruit in trouble. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, a gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Damn ferals. Radiation.
Proctor Tegan.
Twisted sense
Remember,
of humor.
come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew.
Oh man, I'm late for muster one more time. Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups. There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
You're an inspiration to us all.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical... Where are you going, Knight? You need to complete your medical exam.
Cade?
Ah, you're back. Good. Are you ready for your medical exam?
As long as it doesn't involve petroleum jelly and rubber gloves, I'm ready.
No. This isn't that sort of examination. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Have you had problems with the crew catching diseases?
Well, yes, actually. It's not unusual for our recon teams to stumble across contaminated environments or disease-carrying creatures. We don't want a single crewman infecting the entire ship. Anyway, this exam is about you, so... have you had or come in contact with anyone carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many Wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the Wasteland, I'll assume your answer is no. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
That's more of a morals question, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that the mental state of the crew is just as important as the physical. Anyone that hesitates firing in combat due to misguided moral standards certainly isn't Brotherhood material. So what about you? Would you have a problem with it?
If my life's in danger, we'll do do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer. And the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Excuse me, Captain Cade.
Looking for medical assistance, soldier?
I need some supplies, Doctor.
Scribes have been stocking us up. Help yourself.
Quinlan?
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What, not even a thank you?
I hardly need to... Oh my. It appears I've mistaken you for someone else. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Dr. Quinlan.
Ah, Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
These aren't technical documents. I don't have time for games, soldier. Come back when you've decided to take your duties more seriously.
Excuse me, Proctor Quinlan.
Ah, Knight. You have technical.
Do you have any idea where I can find...
Offices, laboratories, military bases. I'd try searching desks, filing cabinets, safes. Have you had any luck finding?
I've got time to assist on a patrol.
Excellent. Meet the scribe on the ground. Your mission is to escort and protect a scribe while locating a data source. Once found, the scribe will extract the data, and you'll return both...
Uh-huh. Captain.
Please state the nature of your medical emergency.
If you fry up a hunk of cram with a little Nuka-Cola, almost tastes like maggot off duty. That Salisbury steak? Come on.
Proctor Ingram.
Oh, this frame is driving me crazy. Got like 3 itches I can't even scratch.
What can I get for you today?
Let's hear a bit more about that extra work you mentioned.
Hard to resist the lure of extra caps. The food stores don't replenish themselves, so I need legs on the ground to hit up farms in the area. We'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest, and I need that food crated and ready to go for when I send out a collection team. Your mission will be to ensure full cooperation of the civilian farmers, by any means necessary.
Any means necessary? You're giving me carte blanche on this.
You said it. Like they say, if you aren't with us, you're against us. Think you can handle that?
I'm in.
That's what I like to hear. Here's the location. Convince the settlement to support the Brotherhood, or take over the settlement by force.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Most farmers won't be too happy about donating their crops, so watch your back out there.
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods I've been working on. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Real high-powered stuff. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I'm pretty sure they'll put a smile on your face.
Set me up.
All of my weapons are mission ready.
Feeling a bit nostalgic?
I don't know about scribing, right? I think she loves her little Zero a bit too much.
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down. If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Dr. Tegan might have what you need.
Across the board.
Now that you've had a chance to roam the Prydwen, what do you think, Knight?
Where did the Prydwen get her name?
Elder Maxson said he took the name from a work of historical fiction. Something about a man who was destined to become a king, and his journey to liberate his people from tyranny and oppression. Seems fitting for such a remarkable ship, wouldn't you say?
Cute boat.
Referring to this vessel as a boat is an insult to her heritage. It took the Brotherhood's sharpest minds over 2 years to design and more than twice that to build.
Where was the Prydwen constructed?
She was constructed at Adams Air Force Base, just outside of Washington, D.C. There was a vast amount of scrap metal and salvageable components there after we defeated the Enclave. We spent the first 2 years alone gathering the parts. The rest was spent assembling. It was worth the effort.
With the Prydwen in our arsenal, we can mobilize our entire division, sending her anywhere that Elder Maxson wishes her to go.
Her presence in the Commonwealth ensures that our mission to defeat the Institute will end in victory.
Did the Brotherhood ever build other airships?
There were less advanced versions of the ship built on the West Coast a long time ago. Historical records about their current status are in dispute, but we're fairly certain that they were destroyed. In any event, I hope your tour of the Prydwen helped acclimate you to our way of life up here. I think you'll find that the more familiar you become with both her capabilities and her crew, the longer you'll survive as a member of the Brotherhood. You're dismissed, Knight.
Delta sequence initiated. Completion time, 14 minutes.
Captain Kells?
Welcome back to the command deck, soldier.
Hi. So you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
Captain Kells?
The Prydwen is currently operating at peak efficiency.
Station being maintained. Thruster stable.
Comes to keeping the Prydwen running, Dr. Ingram's the best.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done finally begins to pay off. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Super mutants? I thought the enemy was the Institute.
Super mutants are no better than Sens. They're a reminder of man's folly when it comes to harnessing technology. Whether it's using biochemistry to manipulate genes, or trying to create life from a bunch of circuits. It's the wrong path for science. As members of the Brotherhood, it's our sworn duty to exterminate these abominations in every form. So, can I count on you to get the job done?
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part of the Brotherhood arsenal. It's a miniature nuclear payload, in a man-portable format. A squad of troops armed with one of these is virtually unstoppable. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one of them, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. That enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured. Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured. Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured.
Hey.
Awaiting your command. Yes.
Your thoughts?
The Prydwen is amazing, isn't it? The triumph of Brotherhood engineering.
Your thoughts?
It was a stroke of genius to park the Prydwen above the airport. I can't think of a better location.
Your thoughts?
Give me a laser rifle and my power armor, and I'll take on the world.
Your thoughts?
It's good to be back.
Your thoughts?
With all these planes that were blown across the airport, it's amazing the tower survived.
Your thoughts?
If anyone attacks this place, they'd need an army to burn us out.
How do you feel about us?
I think we have the potential to be quite an effective team, if you learn to cooperate.
That was it?
Affirmative.